Hello, everybody. Oh my gosh, I could not be more excited. So this afternoon, I have a very special guest, super special guest, is my bestie, Kym
Well,
Douglas. Oh my gosh, Kym,
yeah.
I'm so glad that you're here.
Oh, this is going to be so great. You know what, Sophie? What I love about this is this isn't about ads. It isn't about all the different things that we're doing. It isn't about promoting anything. It's really about sharing with all of your viewers and mine about a friendship that really shouldn't be, because we're two people that are very similar in so many different ways, and just sharing our love for each other, our love for beauty, our journeys to get healthy, and sharing it with all of our viewers. And I could not be happier to be here.
Oh, Kym, it's so true, and I said, earlier I was saying, Kym, to, when I was posting about it, I was saying, never has there been a time when we need fun, we need friendship and fun. And you know what, ladies, just a little bit of light relief, because what we're going to be talking about today is we are going to be talking about beauty. Actually, we're going to be talking about makeup and cosmetics, what I call the frosting on the cake. And the thing is, who better to chat about it than Hollywood's beauty expert, Miss Kym Douglas, who also happens to be my bestie. And we'll get into that. And it's so lovely just to celebrate a friendship, as you said, Kym, more than anything. And, for those of you who are new, welcome. For those of you who are new to Kym, to me, to my channel, if you're watching on YouTube, hey, to all my YouTube subscribers, you are so welcome, and I'm so happy you're here. And all the Facebook community, oh my gosh, we got so many of the regulars on: Pam, Serena, Deanne, Linda, Luann. Hello, ladies, so excited you're here. Now, for those of you who are new to us and who are new to the live stream, please, as we go, don't be shy. Let us know your name if you can. Let us know where you're from. And really don't be shy about asking questions, because we are here to really celebrate each other, to celebrate friendship, to celebrate clean green beauty products, because really that's what Kym and I are all about now. We have some wonderful recommendations to show you. And I just really want to start by saying that, as you know, for those of you who know me and follow me in this community, that, and this is very much the case for Kym as well, is that it goes without saying that beauty comes from the inside out. And that no matter what you put on your face, I mean, Kym looks so gorgeous and glam today. I mean, you look so stunning, but no matter what we put on, Kym could have all the beautiful eyes and the everything and the glam and everything, but really what shines through is Kym's health, her beautiful energy, her kindness, her compassion, but really it is an inside job. And so it has to start with it within. It starts from nutrition, it starts from mindset, it starts from treating our body with love and compassion and care. And if you're doing that, then that's 90%, and then the makeup is the frosting on top. So to that, I just want to point those of you who are new to us, two little things here. One, if you want to find out more about kind of my whole philosophy, which Kym is intimately involved with and has worked with me on this for many years, as Kym has taught me so much about beauty, and Kym and I just sort of teach each other everything here along our beautiful journey. Go do my masterclass, and Catherine will pop the link in now, and that really sort of goes over the 5 steps to really how to take care of yourself from a nutritional point of view and help you on your health and weight loss journey. And the other thing that I would love you to do is to go to Kym's website. So she has a new website, and it is absolutely beautiful. Kym, it is kymdouglas.com, yeah?
Right, but it's Kym with a Y. So
yeah.
Thank you. See it there. And thank you, Catherine and Sophie, for putting my name up there. But it's Kym with a Y. So jump over there or jump onto my Instagram, and there's all kinds of great information and tips and fun stuff that Sophie talked about.
So Kym, what are we doing? What are we talking about? Ladies, we've had so many great questions.
I know. It's really wonderful. It's so good to be with you. And you know what? I literally have gotten a ton of questions here that I just printed off from my Facebook, and I know you have the same. So you tell me, this is your deal, honey. So you tell me. Let's
first start off, Kimmy, with why don't you share a little bit about as you started and put it into context for everybody of how we met. So, and I love the fact that you said Kim did an Instagram post earlier today, and she said it's a sort of very unusual, it was friends that shouldn't have been friends.
Right.
At all.
Right. Really.
Right? We met, and in industry standards, here we are in Los Angeles, our friendship was really not one that from the outside, everyone was like, so Kim, will you talk a little bit about that?
Yes, you know, and Sophie, I don't even know if you know this, but we actually met everybody on a show called Home and Family on the Hallmark Channel. And I want to tell you something. It's really funny because I had been on there the very first time that it came around. I actually had my son on the show and all this stuff many, many years ago. And then we had a reincarnation. It went away, and then we had a reincarnation, and Sophie came on. And it was very funny because most of the producers and the other cast members that knew me from the past were like, did you hear we've got a new beauty expert coming on, and she's blonde, and she's in your age range, and she does beauty, and she's going to be a regular on the show. So what do you think? And I mean, they were all ready, Sophie, to be in the audience watching this fabulous cat fight of these two women that were literally, I mean, we were almost pitted against each other.
Oh,
see that story? Because I'm sure in a lot of your viewers' lives, whether you're at home, whether you're working on Zoom, whether you're a mother, whether you're retired right now and you used to be at work, but now you're trying to figure out a new path, you know, there's always people that are going to say, oh, well, you better not look out or be friends with so-and-so because they're doing what you do. And I think Sophie and I are the perfect example of, you guys, the minute I met her, her energy was so beautiful. Her heart was so open. She was, oh, you're beautiful. Oh, your mom's from Scotland. I'm from England. And she just was so embracing that all the defenses fell down. And it was more about, let's share with each other rather than let's fight with each other.
Oh, it was so true. And Kim, it's funny because I had the same sort of, people were like, oh my gosh, I mean, you know, you're going to be talking, you know, obviously my main thing was nutrition, right, and that's what I was bringing, but also I was talking about green, you know, beauty products and clean beauty products. And they're like, well, Kim, you know, talks a lot about that too. And then I think we met at this dinner, right?
Yeah.
We met at this dinner. And I think, Kim, I want to say that we were both wearing quite a similar outfit. I even want to say we were both wearing kind of tight, white, skinny jeans.
We were.
Because I remember looking at you and thinking, oh my gosh. She copied me. We've both shown up kind of like wearing the same outfit. And we were both kind of, there was a little bit of a side eye going on.
For a minute.
Yeah. And then we just immediately, and I think to everybody's disappointment, to be honest, because I think, you know, when you're on a show and a set, it's all about the drama, right? And everybody wants drama. And if there's drama between two people and they're fighting and they don't like each other or they're competitive, it always sort of, everybody loves it. And unfortunately, we disappointed everybody on that front, because we absolutely immediately became so, you know, as Kim said, our energy just met in the middle. And I knew after a couple of weeks that this was going to be a lifelong friendship. And indeed it has been. And we've been sort of friends. So I hope you at home have, I'm sure you have those kind of friendships, you know, but it's rather, you know, I've got friendships that I've had for years of my life, like for 30 years, you know, 40 years. Well, am I that? No, but I've had friendships that I've had for years and years. But it's when you meet somebody, and I think it's a very special friendship when you meet somebody. We've sort of been really close friends for about 5 or 6 years now. And also at our age, you know, when it's at a time of our life when a lot of stuff happens. And I don't know if you ladies know what I'm talking about. I know you do in my community, right? Anne and Lorene and Colette and all of you, you understand, Maureen, that certain things happen, right? Our kids grow older, then there's, the empty nest syndrome, and many of us reach this time in our life when we're just kind of burnt out and we're tired and we've given ourselves to life and our careers and our families, and it's kind of like, what's next, and what does the next chapter look like for me? And then we have all these beliefs, limiting beliefs that we're struggling with. And so I think for me, Kym, I find that these friendships, and particularly over the last 5 or 6 years that we've been friends, and we've been through so many ups and downs together, have been so incredibly special. And to have you as a friend, and what I treasure so much in you as a friend, Kym, is somebody who is just all love, who is completely vulnerable. I think there's never any kind of, what you see is what you get. And just, inspiring in every single way. I think you and I always look for, solution. It's like, there's a problem, what's the solution? And we just move straight to that.
I think that's your MO, Sophie, more than almost any other friend I have. And before I got with you, I would love to get into the, I don't think this is the right word, but I'm going to use it anyway. The mire of repeating and telling the story. And let me tell you what happened. And Hunter's got this girlfriend, and what do I do? And I don't know if and then you repeat the story again, and then you tell it to somebody. And with Sophie, I found, everybody that's here today, and this is a great lesson for me and for you, is that I'll tell Sophie's story. And the stories can be as varied as this, you guys. Jerry's driving me crazy. Oh my gosh, we've been married for 36 years. What am I going to do, Sophie? 2, Sophie, I just got diagnosed with stage 3 breast cancer. What do I do? And everything in between. And she will literally take it and say, here's what you do. You and Jerry have been locked in for a long time. You love him. He loves you. Go get your little picnic basket, get a book, go to the beach for the afternoon, come back, and, blah, blah. But she'll give you solutions, which, Sophie, I have to tell you, my life is so much richer having you in it. And having a friend that does do that, to all of you listening, look for those friends. Look for the friends that don't want to get all into did that girlfriend really say that time? I don't know. Oh, what about this? Or what, they just want to give you a way to get out and not stay in your mess.
Oh, Kym, that is a lovely, lovely thing to say. And I guess sort of, I guess being a coach, it kind of comes as second nature to me, but that's just so lovely to hear. And I think that, I think that what I talk so much to my community about, avoiding drama, avoiding energy vampires, avoiding, stepping away from people. You get to a stage in your life and it's like, seriously, what is it all about now? Our energy and our time is so precious. So only surrounding yourself with people who support you and love you and lift you. And when you're going through a really difficult time, like, Kym, you've been through an enormous amount and have triumphed beyond anything that I could ever. You're such an incredible inspiration. But really, truly, it's having those friends who won't say, oh, poor you. Oh,
yes. Oh, the pity is so hard.
Yeah. It's, you want that friend who's going to go, okay, you can do it. You want that friend who can see the strength in you and can see the light in you and the faith in you and the spirit in you and everything else. And I've seen that in you, Kym, from the minute I met you. I've seen it in your eyes. And right back to you, my darling, what I treasure so much in our friendship, and those of you who, most of you know Kym, that Kym is, Kym has this beautiful talent for making us laugh and making everybody laugh, and seeing the beauty and the laughter and often the hilarity in everything. And I don't know about you ladies at home, but laughter is the best medicine. And Kym yesterday sent me on my phone, I have it right here, about 10 photographs of us over the last however many years, in certain situations, where we are both laughing so much that we would like literally have to wear, you know, diapers or depends on something.
There may or may not have been pee involved, you guys.
Yeah.
May or may not. But
no, but laughing like you couldn't breathe. We couldn't, I mean, not even. And so anyway, all this to say that just being here today, celebrating a friendship that is so special and precious. And again, in times where there's so much, you know, unrest going on around us and divisiveness and everybody's split on all their opinions and views and everything. I think what you'll find in both Kym's world and my world is you'll find safety, you will find love, you will find support, and you will find women who want to literally, if you like that little saying, if you see the crown that's gone a little bit crooked, we'll straighten each other's crowns and get them looking beautiful. And that's,
yeah. There's something about a quote, and maybe one of our viewers can say it, but it's about be the kind of woman that straightens the other woman's crown without saying anything to anybody else. So it's even a step deeper, Sophie, with us. And I feel like not only would you straighten my crown, but you wouldn't go to Sally or Jamie or Kathy and say, and by the way, Kym's crown was crooked.
Or, by the way, even worse, I had to straighten her crown.
That's right. Exactly. Right.
Yeah, exactly. So in our communities, if you go to Kym's community, and when I say community, when you go to her social community, when you follow her on Instagram, where she's very, very active, and you, whatever, you go into her little space, and it's love, and it's support, and it's freaking gorgeousness. Gorgeousness from top to bottom. And Kym, we have ladies on tonight who came to my last retreat, my last wellness retreat. And they got to know you, and there we were on that retreat, not all glammed up as we are today, no makeup, hair tied back, just our sweats on, just being our absolutely vulnerable selves, crying, you know, through some of the suffering that we were going through, laughing at and that's what we do together as women, and that's what we hold so special. And Yvette says she has nice friendships in this community. We keep in touch and have been great support. You're so right. And Priscilla says, my best friend is my mom. I can't imagine. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, me too. I'm very, very close with my mom. And Karen says, two of my favorite ladies, sending prayers and good vibes to you both and your families. And we have beautiful Kathy Gunn on. Hi, Kathy and Maureen. This is wonderful. All right, so ladies, now we are gonna get on to the business in hand. So all of that good stuff, all of that friendship stuff, all of that lovely stuff, Kym and I love a bit. We love a bit of glam. Look at Kym right now. She's just come off the set. She's got all the glam going on, and
literally rolled out of bed looking like this.
Yeah, right. Right, Kym. Absolutely. So we've had lots of questions about makeup. Now, just want to preface this to say that both Kym and I are now on exactly the same page as far as really looking for beauty that meets the following criteria. And the criteria is that it's clean, it's green, and it is vegan. There's no, oh, Jerry's on! Hey!
You can't do this. We are Jerry. Oh my gosh.
Jerry!
Sophie.
I thought you were talking to Vicky.
No, it's Sophie. Come say hi and say hi.
I'm getting Joe. Joe, come here.
Hi, Sophie.
Joe, come here.
No.
Jerry, you've got to stay and say hello to Joe. Do you know? Because I'm calling in your
husband. Look, we're trying to do live.
No, I'm on a live stream.
And look what happens. Sophie, a living night. This is what I
came on.
Heard you.
Joe, there he is.
Hey, Jerry.
Good to see you. I'm way up here. I'm getting down.
Yeah. So funny. Sophie's doing this wonderful professional, great lighting, all live, and Jerry comes wandering in.
Me too. I'm always just on the other side making faces and doing everything. You guys look great.
Oh, you do too. We love you guys.
Good to see
you too.
Would you get some?
All right. Will you go away, please? So
Bella, could you?
Really?
You know
What, honey?
I thought it was
Get Bella. Can you get Bella on?
Oh, are you kidding, Sophie? Now, you guys, I want you to show. There's a little bit of a competition, not between Sophie and I, but I want you guys to see my little, and I got her a new outfit for this today, Sophie. Leopard. Oh, yeah. And now she is the elder statesman here because she is 11. And Sophie has young, hot, curvy girl, Sunshine. So you have to see. Look what. Oh, and Lucky. Oh, I love it.
Now he's not young, curvy, and
He's like me. He's like me. That one's her.
okay.
Stop. You're as I mean,
We have matching gray.
oh, I love it. I love that. Look at those two. And
All right.
Sunshine.
Now, Kimmy,
Oh,
you said that you cheated by putting her in an outfit.
I did. I cheated. I put her in an outfit, but she was a little chilly today.
Well, I think I need to get one of those little leopard sweaters for Sunshine, and then we'll have a vote with the audience.
I don't think they have it in XXL.
She didn't hear that. No, she
You
didn't.
guys, she feeds Sunshine so much. She's a little curvy gal. She's got curves, Sophie. She does.
Kim, look, she's appalled. Can you see her face? Can you see her face? Sunshine, don't worry. Ladies and gentlemen at home, I'm throwing down the gauntlet here. The next time we come on, please, and let me know, give us some thumbs up if you would like to do, we're going to do a little beauty contest next time and have them, and it's going to be who wears it better.
Oh, I love it. I will send over a little leopard thing for Sunshine. She's beautiful just the way she is. We love her. We love all shapes and sizes and all ages and all creeds and all colors.
Kim, right? She doesn't believe you. You've already thrown her under the bus, and
Oh my gosh.
there is no getting out of that. All right, Kim, I don't think we're ever going to talk about makeup, are we?
I know, we have to. We have to. So here's what I think is really important about today. Ladies, I don't know how Sophie feels, but I feel so proud and so happy to tell you my age. I am 61 years old. I have never felt better. I have never been more grateful for my age. And I have never felt stronger about letting the world know my age and wanting young girls that are coming up, like Sophie's daughter, Lola, and all of her friends and any of your daughters or sisters or nieces or whatever watching, to say, you know what? Life gets better with age. Women get richer and more beautiful, I feel, with age. And so any beauty tips that you want to know, Sophie and I have got them for you. And we just feel, don't you, Sophie? I just feel like I've never looked better.
Well, by the way, you have never looked better. And I do think that that's due to the fact that you did my program, just saying. but no, absolutely, Kim. And I think the joy that Kim and I both really celebrate is that Kim's 61, I'm 56.
Yeah.
We celebrate the age that we are. We freaking love it. We are grateful for every year that we've had. We are so happy, and so we just feel amazing in the skin that we're in. And I love that we're not here to you know, as you say, Kimmy, to hide that. So
that we're going to share, Sophie, I love to bring out that there's, you know, Jane Fonda, who's in her 80s. There's Helen Mirren, who's in her late 70s. There's Sharon Stone in her late 60s. There's so many women that look so great that we now can look to because they are sharing their ages. So how great is that?
Yeah, absolutely. And I think to that point, Kim, and we are going to get onto makeup, but to that point is, I think the thing that I find so incredibly attractive in these women that you've spoken about, and in you and women in their 50s, 60s, 70s, and 80s, is when we see this passion for life, this joy of living, this confidence that comes from within. And really, it's just being authentic. I just It's the authenticity.
I love that, Sophie. So true.
Yeah.
All
All right. So that being said, let's now finally, half an hour in, we're actually going to get to talking about makeup. So we have a lot of questions, and Kimmy, I'll just go straight away, and then we'll just sort of ping pong back and forth.
Great. I love it.
Questions that we've had. And if you have questions, we froze a little bit on Facebook, by the way, and Catherine said, oh no, we're back, so we're good. So, okay, so I want to talk about, I was saying before, I think we got interrupted by dogs and husbands and all of that good stuff, that the thing that's really important to us, and I do want to say this because it's incredibly important to me, is that makeup, skincare, and cosmetics need to be clean, meaning they don't contain endocrine disruptors, right? Because we might not think that that's important, but it's incredibly important. Our hormonal system is a very large piece. It factors into everything that we want as women to feel and look our best selves and to prevent disease. So we want clean beauty without all those toxins in them. We want green beauty where possible. So we want, companies where possible that respect animals and respect the environment as much as they possibly can and are sustainable. And I think what's just so important for Kym and I, and we talk about this all the time, that it's cruelty-free. Both Kym and I are massive animal lovers, and the thought of having a beauty product that in any way, shape or form had something to do with it that could have been tested on or harmed an animal would just be absolutely out of the question for us. We just would not be doing that. So I just wanted to sort of preface that we're both on the same page. Kimmy, you've frozen up. Are you there? All right, I'm going to go on because Kym has frozen up and hopefully she will be back in a minute. Thank you, Vicky. Thank you, Christina. All right, so, oh, Maureen, you'll be 60. You've got to it. Kym, you froze for a moment, but you're back.
I know, I lost you.
All right, so it doesn't matter. We're live. These things happen. So, ladies, I'm going to kick off with mascara. That's what I'm going to go with right away. All right, I've had a few questions about mascara. Now, there is a brand that I really, really like. There's a few mascara brands that I like, but there is one in particular that I want to show you, Kimmy. I don't know whether you know this one. It's by Thrive Cosmetics.
Oh, love Thrive. Yes, they're so
And
great.
Thrive is a really great brand because Thrive gives back. They're a brand that really, really does a lot for the community. It's like that kind of, you buy one and then they give one away to, charities and to women in need. So very, very into Thrive. And this is their liquid lash experience. And what I like about this one, Kym, this one is in brown, right? And what I like about it is, for me, on day to day, I like to have a very natural, I'm kind of almost like got that no makeup look today, but I like to have a little something on my eyelashes. And the thing that I really love about this one is it comes off really easily. So ladies, when you're wearing mascara and you've got to really eye makeup remove it and pull at your eyelids, and it's really not good for your eyelids. For some reason, this just kind of literally slides off. It doesn't, it's beautiful. So it's one that I really love. And while we're at it, while I'm just on the Thrive bandwagon, and I'm quite new to Thrive, there is one called, has anybody out there tried Thrive? Let us know, please, let Kimmy and I know. But it's called the eye brightener. And they have these different eye brighteners, Kym. And they come in different colors. This one I have is like a beautiful kind of rose gold. And it's like a little pencil, Kimmy, that you just do all over your eyelid and here and whatever. And it doesn't look like you're made up. It's a sort of first thing in the morning little fix, just to kind of, these two things, just to kind of like open your eyes. It's not glam, it's just the glam look. It's a supernatural look. So that's my first little show and tell. What about you, Kimmy? Have you got a little show and tell?
All right, so are we going to read the questions that have come in?
Yeah, absolutely. Go for it.
So this one is from Colette Meredith Weber, and here is a picture of the lovely Colette. Now, Colette says that she is 66 years old, and she is sterling silver hair, as most of you can see. She looks beautiful.
Beautiful.
She says she also has white in her hair. and she says her eyebrows are very light or have gone white. And she wants to know if she should darken them or not worry about them. I don't wear a lot of makeup. I'm pretty much a Boom cosmetic gal. I know Boom. It's a former model named Cindy who started this cosmetic line, which I think is great. So, whatever you're using, Colette, you go for it. Again, Sophie and I are not promoting anything today. We just want to be of service. So here is my opinion on brows. Sophie and I, as you can obviously see, are both fair and have light hair. Mine is natural. Sophie's is not. So, Sophie, I love you. Actually, Sophie's is natural. Mine's not. Here's the deal. I personally think that you really should darken your eyebrows. And I'll tell you why. I feel like the eyebrows are the frame of the picture. So if you have a beautiful picture, it's still a beautiful picture. But if you put a gorgeous frame around it, it just jumps out a little more at you. And on a personal note, when I was very sick and Sophie was there for me all the time, I lost all my eyebrows and my eyelashes, and you feel and you look not well, I think, when you don't have eyebrows. So I suggest, Colette, I love that you're silver. I love that you're a silver fox and that you've gone with your gray hair, but darken them. You can get a cheap pencil anywhere. You can get stencils. You can get the THAT brow, which is not a tattoo, but looks like it, and just darken your brows. How do you feel about that, Sophie?
I absolutely agree. And I think it's such a good point, Kim. And I would add one thing to that, being a girl who is very, very, sorry, just turning a light on here. Being a girl I'm naturally very, very fair. Yeah. And so for me, I absolutely have to put something on my brows to, as Kim says, to make, I love the way you said it, Kim, to make the frame, right? But I will say the one thing I would add, and there's a slight difference, Kim, with you and I, is that, Kim, you can have those slightly darker, you have a slightly more shaped brows, which are beautiful, and they're so glam. And I have a slightly, I would say a less polished and defined look on my brows. So you don't,
brow.
You don't either. But I will say that if you are gray and or very, very fair, just be careful not to go too dark on the brow. That would be the one thing that I would say, because I have made that mistake in the past. And luckily I have a 19-year-old daughter, right? Who she'll look at me and I'll go, "What's wrong?"
Yeah.
And she'll go, "Mum," and I'll go, "What?" And she'll go, so, but it can be a little Groucho Marx on somebody who's very fair. So I would say, be very, very careful the shade that you pick. And when in doubt, if you are fair like me or gray, like our beautiful lady, go for the blonde. Yeah, Thrive actually does a really nice one, and just go for the blonde, because that way you're not going to sort of shock yourself. And if that's not enough, you could just build a little bit.
Yeah, absolutely. All right. Do you want to take the next one, or do you want me to?
Sure, I'll take a quick one here. So I've had a couple of questions, more than a few questions actually, about dark age spots. Yeah. Now, the one thing with dark age spots are, first off, is how to treat them. And we're not really doing skincare tonight, but the thing, as all of you ladies know, that I mean, there's many different ways, but you need to use your vitamin C for sure every single morning, and your retinol at night. But those are the two things. But getting away from skincare and talking cosmetically. So I think, Kim, you might agree with me that as we get older, we have our little age spots, we have tons of imperfections, we've got all that going on. And for me, Kim, there's a very fine line between troweling on too much cover up, because it's like, oh my gosh, I mean, I've got age spots on my cheeks, I've got age spots on my hands, but rather than troweling it on, I think there's a way just to gently soften those age spots. So I tend to go for a slightly more natural sort of look. Now, I want to show you a couple of ideas, because I knew this question was coming. So one, Kimmy, I know you love this brand too. It's called Ilia.
Oh yeah, I have their stuff.
I love Ilia. Kim, do you have some Ilia stuff?
I have foundation too.
Oh, you've got the foundation.
Yeah, this is a thicker foundation. Sophie's is a little bit lighter. And just for the gals watching, toxin, chemical free, cruelty, vegan, it checks all the boxes. And again, neither of us, I bought this and Sophie did too. We don't have deals with them. We're not getting paid. We just want to share good information with you.
Yeah. So this is the drops, right? This is the serum, and it has a very high, let me just put my glasses on. It has a SPF 40. It's a super skin serum. Now, I'm not going to lie, this is expensive. Kim's right. It's like, oh my gosh. Ilia is an expensive brand. It's not an inexpensive brand. But what I like, to you ladies with the brown, age spots like I have, is what is lovely about this is you just take a little dropper of it. You can see on my hand, I have nothing with the thing. And then you just rub it in, melts in, and it gives you this beautiful sun protection, and it will give you a little bit of light coverage. Now, Kim, I just want to give one more tip, and then I really want to hear your tip because you're such an expert on this. But with those little age spots, I also feel that rather than troweling on like a thick foundation, what I prefer is to get a little concealer. And to maybe dot that little concealer over some of those spots, and then you'll do maybe your BB cream, maybe your light, some people use Integrity. I know I've had questions about that. Yeah. And then I would go for a little concealer. This one is by Hint Beauty, right? And Hint is a really lovely brand. And I'll just dab over those spots, Kim, and then I will just use a little bit of powder, and that's how I prefer that more natural look. Go, you give your tips, please.
Okay.
About brown spots.
A couple of quick things. So Laura asked us both if the eyebrow should be darker or lighter than the hair. My rule of thumb, and I've read and talked to a lot of brow experts about this, is that you go to your natural shade and you go one shade lighter. But if you change your hair color to red, then you wouldn't be doing that. But I just think if you go a shade lighter than your natural color, you're going to be, and as Sophie said, if you have lighter hair, go for the blonde. Try that one first, and then you can always mix. So that's a great one. I also have a link on my website to THAT Brow, which is this kind of like, if you will, a magic marker that you put on, and it looks like real strokes of hair. But I was going to add, Sophie, that a couple people, let's see, Sue Back 3 asked, she said, first off, what a beautiful friendship we have, which I love. And she says, what makeup line is clean and best for maturing skin? And you've kind of already addressed that, Sophie. I agree with you about the Ilia. If you don't want to spend that much money, guys, I have two other thoughts for you. Again, another brand I have no association with. I buy it. You can see I buy it because I use it. It's all used up. It's called Pure, P-U-R, if you can even see it in there. This too will be on my website. It's a 3-in-1. It's like a moisturizer, hydrator, and it's good coverage. That's really good. I feel like, Sophie, if you're over 40 skin, putting on those thick, like my mom used to wear Estee Lauder foundations and really put this cakey makeup in, I feel what it does is it accentuates all the fine lines and wrinkles, and you tend to look
really accentuates. It's funny because Kim and I have both, have done TV and being on TV a lot, and they really put trowel and makeup on. They have to because we're under those really harsh lights. But when you get back home or you look at yourself in your car mirror, it's horrifying because you're like, oh my God. So we have a couple of little questions to build on what we've been talking about. So let me just come in here. So first off, mascara. This is a really good question. When I wear mascara, it ends up under my eyes. Any tips? Well, I think one of my tips is it depends on, for me, it depends on the mascara. And it really does. And you'll find a brand that really works for you. And some of you have very sensitive eyes. I find this one by Thrive absolutely does not end up underneath my eyes in any way, shape, or form, and it doesn't cake at all. Have you got any tips for
now this one, it may be a bit pricey. Again, didn't get this from anybody. I bought it myself from Goop, a store at Goop. It's called SAIE. SAIE. It's all natural. It's no toxins. It's like a coal dye, so you're not having any fragrance in it. I think, again, it's extra pricey, but you have to remember, I was willing to pay for it because I had no eyelashes. And as they were coming in, it was really important to me to make sure that I wasn't putting toxins on the brand new baby lashes. I also want to add, Sophie, here's another thing. Brushes are really important for that under eye, not getting that droppage, if you will. I tend to smile like this, ladies. So my mascara always ends up under there. I have raccoon eyes, and I find that the right brushes, this is actually a little bit too big. I didn't realize this was going to be a question, but these are by Artis, and I just rub along underneath with a light translucent powder, and it tends to just make sure that there's no oils under there, so that when you do put on your mascara, whichever one you choose, it's a little bit drier and you're not going to get those raccoon eyes, Sophie. So that's a good little tip.
Oh, that's a wonderful tip. And then, Kym, you always have such great tips. Now, there's something else here. We've got so many questions.
Yeah,
we're going to try and rocket through these questions as quickly as we can, because we're here to really sort of help you with all of this. I've just got so many questions. They're rolling in. So very, very quickly, Kym, quick fire here is somebody said, should the eyebrow be darker than your hair?
No, and that's what I just answered you guys. You want to go one shade lighter than your natural color.
Your natural color.
Your natural color, unless, you've changed your color. You were, jet black hair and now you're redhead. Obviously, you don't want to have, black eyebrows. So just whatever you're wearing right now, try to go one shade lighter.
All right. Now, there's a question here. Do you prefer BB or CC cream? So my answer to that is I think BB and CC cream are kind of often one of the same thing. They're just marketed differently. It's either means color correcting cream or beauty balm or something like that. But basically it's a sort of often a 3-in-1 or 4-in-1 or a 5-in-1 product. So I don't prefer either CC or BB cream. A lot of you ladies in my community are wearing Suntegrity, and there were questions, I believe, Teresa had a question about the Suntegrity, and somebody else did actually, saying that it left a slightly, and this, Kym, you may have found this with sort of sun creams and BB creams, it leaves a slightly sort of greasy, not a matte finish. So to you, I would say, because it is a beautiful product, and if you find a product, and actually it's the same even with the Ilia product that I showed you, a skin serum, I would recommend that you just dab a little bit of powder. But if you don't want to go full powder in the day, get a product. These I cannot live without, and I have 2 of these here, like a little sunscreen powder. Because you've got your beautiful CC BB cream on, which is probably giving you a little bit of coverage. You've got the sun protection. And the beauty of this is it gives you extra sun protection and does away with all the kind of greasiness and the shine. Now, the difference is this is by Color Science, this one. Also, such great brand. And they were, I think, first to the table with this. And they have this in, lots of different colors. So you can get neutral, translucent, blah, blah. They do the whole color palette for every shade of skin. So ladies, whatever skin shade you are covered by them. And it just pops out like this. And it's SPF 50. And don't forget, ladies, that even though we're going into the winter season, I know we have people watching from Australia and Iceland, all over the world here, Kym, because I have people from all over the world in my community. But they will, you even in the winter, you need to wear your sunscreen. I just also wanted to show another one. There's one from Ilia. And this one from Color Science is 50. This one from Ilia is translucent, and it is SPF 20. So if you've got a little bit of shine and whatever, you can just go. And Kym, maybe this is a super soft brush, Kym. So maybe we could even do your little trick of that right there.
That's great. So Sophie, we got another question about foundation from Leanne2137. I'll jump back to that, and then I want to address a couple of things that you said. First off, and I'm going to be devil's advocate on this, you guys, because again, as Sophie and I said, this is not a live about promoting any products. Here's my little tidbit about BB and CC and primer and moisturizer and serum. And sometimes I think, you guys, and we're in the beauty business, Sophie and I, so tell me what you think, Sophie. Sometimes I think they make up this stuff just to get us to buy more crap. Yeah. BB and a CC and a serum and a moisturizer, and then you don't need all that, ladies. You do not need to buy all that. Don't listen to them. You know, get yourself a good moisturizer, get yourself, you know, some good quality products like Sophie and I have been talking to you about. This is one that I love. This actually was sent to me. I didn't buy this, but it's called Magic Minerals, and it's an airbrush foundation. I'm going to have this on my website too. They give you the brush and you spray it right onto the brush, not on your face, and then you just put it on. If you want full coverage, you're going to be doing a Zoom, maybe a family picture, maybe doing Thanksgiving pictures or whatever. This is a great way not to have to feel like I've got to have this layer and that layer and blah, blah, blah. You know, it's just ridiculous. Another tip on that front is I use a very, now again, I invested because I went through a really terrible health journey with breast cancer. But so I'm really, and because of Sophie, I'm really intent on spending my dollars on brands that are women owned, cruelty-free, and no chemicals, because I want to pay my money to brands that are going to take care of women. That's what I want to do.
Take care of our health and women and animals. Yeah.
Absolutely. You know, if I'm giving them my money, they better be taking care of me.
Yes.
Here's a brand. It's called Retrove. A dear friend of mine, Jamie Heidecker, created it. And I'll tell you what, she has this under eye serum, and it's really, really amazing. It's very, very light. You probably can't even see it. It's just this very, very light, almost like it's just a very light lotion. And what I do, Sophie, is I dot it right along this bone, the upper bone. You don't want to go up too high, you guys, because what you're going to do is you're going to make puffiness. Go down here. Here's the next trick. Did you know that you can use the eye cream along those feather lip lines that are right here? Just put that right up there. Go along your crow's feet. Go on your eyelids. That's crepey right there. You know, get your money's worth out of things. They don't tell you that. They tell you that you need to have an eye cream, and then you need to have a cream for here, and then you need use this. If it's a good quality and you've invested and you know the ingredients, you can use it on other parts of your face.
Oh, for sure. And Kim, to your point, we had another question of, do you use an eye cream and a neck cream? And the answer would be no.
No.
Because to Kim's point, if you've invested in a beautiful moisturizer, you've invested in a which, you know, I think there's moisturizers and moisturizers, and I think your moisturizer is incredibly important. Yeah. If you've invested in a beautiful moisturizer, then you absolutely just take you bring it, or any of your anti-aging products, actually, you bring it under your eyes, obviously not too close to your eyes if we're talking retinol and vitamin C, because you've got to be a little bit careful, but you're going to take it onto your neck, onto your décolleté, even, you know, onto the tops of your arms. And so I agree with you, Kim. I think, you know, when we're marketing, you know, when you go to the store and well, we're not so much going to the department stores, but you would get a little something and they'd go, well, do you need the neck cream now? And you'd be like, whatever. And you need the ear cream, the eye cream, the head cream, the cream, and it's like, no. A cream is a cream, and skin is skin. And that being said, there is slightly more delicate skin under the eyes. So that product that you just showed, you know, is super useful. And another lady said, what do you ladies use for under your eyes? Which, Kim, you've just answered. I have a little bit of dryness. And again, for that lady, you beautiful lady, I'm sorry I don't know your name, you asked that question. You know, you can use an eye cream or an eye gel. You can, but you don't have to. If you have a good moisturizer, then you can, that's going to maybe do a little job. Now, Kimmy, A lady said, I'm used to getting my, oh, this is a really good question. I'm used to getting my face waxed every couple of months, but this year I can't. Yes, I totally understand. Hello, pandemic. What can I do at home that's face to remove the extra facial hair? I've got one word for you, one word. This is something I cannot live without. I wish I had it right here to show you. And Kimia, you might use it as well. Derma Flash.
Oh, they have a good one. Yes.
It is absolutely brilliant. It's not, you know, because you've got to be careful with those removal creams. Those hair removal creams are extremely toxic, ladies. So be very careful with that for putting it on, you know, if you want to take the hairs off. So it's called Derma Flash, and it's this little it's like almost like a little wand, and it vibrates, and then it just takes all those hairs off. And I've given it to one to my mum in England, one to Melina, my great friend in England, who's now, she's just saying, Sophie, you've just got to send me all the replacement blades, because she's just in love with it, and it gives for a very soft skin. So hopefully that will help you. And I think, you know, to your point, whoever asked that question, now we're at home. We're having to, you know, we can't go out and get our beauty treatments as we used to, maybe get the waxing and the this and the that and the nails. We're really now looking at home, you know, treatments for our beauty. So Kim, do you have anything to add to that, darling?
Thank you. And you know what, Sophie, just as an extra point, Derma Flash is great. I actually don't spend the money on that, because I just don't. And so I go to CVS or any drugstore, and they have these little, they're very inexpensive, I don't know, a couple of dollars, and they're almost like a straight blade.
Yes.
And just to take off the peach fuzz. And what I do is I put a little light moisturizer on, I dampen my skin, and then I just take this straight razor, if you will, but it isn't like, you know, you could cut it off.
So you're shaving, Kim.
Yeah, literally. It's just a tiny little blade.
Yeah, I know the thing that you're talking about.
In between, it just, and again, it's not expensive. So there's
absolutely. So I think that's such a wonderful tip, Kim. Oh yes. Now Marie Lowe said that I introduced her to Spa Ritual and Essentiel. Yeah, two beautiful products. And to your point, you know, Kim, since the pandemic, I have not had my nails done at all, not one single time, because I just, you know, we can't go, the nail salons have been closed down here. And so my nails have just sprung back to health, because I was every now and again doing a gel or a powder nail or something. So now I have super healthy nails. I keep them short because of the, you know, we want to be, you know, as healthy as possible. But Spa Ritual I absolutely love their polishes, and I've actually just painted my nails today. You can't really see because of the color. This is actually, it doesn't come across on the camera, but it's this beautiful bronze, and they have the most beautiful colors, but they're vegan, and it's called Vegan Nourishing Nail Color, and they are the most beautiful nail polishes I have ever tried, and the colors are out of this world. And some of you know, I've had Shell Pink, who is the owner of Spa Ritual. She's Kim, I had her on, and she's the loveliest girl, and she's written a book called Slow Beauty, and so she's all about green and slow beauty, and she's got this wonderful heart, and she wants to do good for the world, and her polishes are off the charts.
I have to try.
Yeah. And often it's just, you need one coat, and it's, you don't, and as Kim's saying, because Kim's talking about being so economic with things, and really finding a way to cut corners. With these polishes in particular, you don't need a base coat and a top coat. So that's another thing that they'll try and sell you over and over again. Oh, you need the treatment, the hardener, the base coat, the color, the top coat, the sheen, the non-chip. Well, I'm sorry, but as far as the Spa Ritual is concerned, you need one polish.
There you go. And that, we love that. We love giving our ladies, as well as ourselves, ways to save money and not keep spending.
Absolutely. Okay, so Kim, there's a question. Any special cream for the lips? Let's talk about lipsticks. Let's talk about chapsticks. Kim, I have a question for you, actually. I have a question for you. Miss Hollywood beauty expert. I've been meaning to ask you this for ages, and I've never got around to asking you this. So we're going around wearing masks, right? Because we still have to wear masks here in California and everything. So what do we do about the fact our lipstick coming off on our mask, or do you not wear lipstick, or do you do a tinted chapstick, or how do you handle that?
Okay, great question. So first off, I'm going to make it really short and sweet because I know we're running long on time. First, with the mask, I am going on camera, getting camera makeup, then being outside because we shoot at a studio, a Universal, it's outside. So you bake, now it's 112 up there. And so then you put the mask on. It's a recipe for disaster. So what I do use is this Cocoa Kind, it's a toner, and I use a toner on my face right before they put the makeup on and sometimes even after, and it just helps to balance out the pH. So there's that. Then there's also your question about lips. So let me tell you what I think, and I'll give you 4 options, ladies. First, I'm going to give you the most inexpensive option, and that's a DIY at home. Get a little bit of brown sugar or white sugar, whatever you got, a little bit of honey, mix it together and put that on your lips. And because they're covered in masks all the time now, I don't know about you, Sophie, but I'm trying to take walks. I'm walking the dog. I'm doing things, and it's just all I'm doing is breathing, and my lips are so dry. So use a little scrub that costs you what? A little honey and a little sugar, maybe close to nothing. So there's my first tip and most inexpensive. Second is invest in something like this. It's from RMS. I don't even think you can see it, but it's RMS. And I love this because it is at a place I learned from Sophie Uliano. You may have heard of her. It's called Detox Market, and you can get it there. And it's just this wonderful, what does it smell like? It doesn't have any fragrance in it, but it is just a shine, but you never want to use, and I learned this from Sophie Uliano, petroleum. That's what I used to use, Vaseline all over my lips. You're sucking in petroleum. I mean, this is so wrong. And ever since having cancer, I also researched, because of Sophie Uliano, that many of the lipsticks, like that really, I won't say brand because I don't want to get sued, but it starts with a Y and ends with an L, and it's from France. And if you wear the really dark red, it has a very high level of lead. So every time you lick your lips wearing red lipstick, you're licking in lead. So I say to invest in either this, like Sophie said, just have a little shine. So when you do wear your mask, you're not getting lipstick all over it. But when you do end up taking it off, you don't have these dry lips that, make you look older. And last but not least, I have 2 by 100% Pure, which I like this brand, Sophie, because they're 100% pure. They have the lipstick, which I love. It's a little bit of a deeper pigment, but it's made with fruit juice, not any dyes or lead. And then I also like to put on top of that their gloss, and that's really nice too. So that's
beautiful. And you're wearing that gloss right now, Kim, are you?
I am.
Yeah, a lot of people have asked. And you asked, ladies, what nail polish this is. The color and the shade is called Vibrant Energy.
Oh, that's cool.
Lovely. It's called, I love the name of them. And it is, the Vibrant Energy is a beautiful, it's just not giving it the flavor to see it not on camera, but it's a beautiful kind of bronzy, peachy bronzy color, and it's beautiful for the fall season. So I highly recommend that. All right, we have literally 5 minutes left. So we have so many questions to whistle through. So Kim, are you game for just rattling through as many questions as we're just going to do the quickest fire? Okay. Just for lipsticks, I also wanted to show one, which is a beautiful, beautiful lipstick brand. And the whole makeup brand is beautiful. And it's called Hint. And they have one, actually, this color would be very, very pretty on you, Kim. It's a little bit darker, autumnal color. It's a little bit too dark for me, but Hint has really, really beautiful lip color. So now let's just go through. Hi, Stephanie. Stephanie is on from the retreat. Oh my gosh. All right, so here we go. So this question we've had twice. Since I've been wearing a mask, I've been getting little white bumps like pimples where my mask is, and they won't go away. Is there anything that might help? Okay, so I'm just going to quickly answer that, Kim, if you've got anything to add to it.
No.
Yes, I will say, and my daughter has been finding the same. My daughter is 19 years old, and she has oily skin, and she is prone to breaking out anyway. That's not been my experience, but it's absolutely been her experience. So really what I would suggest you do is maybe adjust your skincare a little bit, in that you might have to go to a skincare for a little bit more of an oily skin, because what happens is the bacteria will get trapped a little bit more in when you're wearing that mask and you're kind of out there maybe sweating and everything else. So you just might have to be a little bit careful with that and just adjust your your skincare. So that's one thing. Kim, anything to add to that? And then just you take a 5 questions.
No, I just wanted to say that Becky Moore, Kathy Gunn, and our lovely Janet Wobler, Sophie, is on and loving our discussion. And all of these are women that are so supportive of us and our messages. And we just thank you so much for joining us.
We love you. We love every single one of you that are on. There are so many of my regulars on, Kim. We have Shauna, Stephanie, Colette, Mary, we have Maureen, we have Jill, who's just giving all sorts of wonderful tips. We have Tammy, we have Sylvia, just Leslie. I mean, just lovely that all you ladies are on. All right, so here's another one, Kim. I'm gonna throw some of these to you. Just get these done, okay? So, what is a good brand of makeup / skincare for dry skin? In the middle of chemo, it's really changed my skin. Go, Kim.
Oh, wow. I totally agree with you. This is a wonderful brand by a woman who also went through chemo. Her name is Karen. It's called Immunicology. And what I suggest for you, my darling, and for anybody watching is this is called the Vital Iconic Mist. I live for this. I put it on before my makeup. I put it on after my shower. I put it on after my makeup. I put it on in the middle of the day. I put it on at night. I think this is the hydration sometimes that we need in lieu of all those other things that Sophie and I were talking about, the BBCC, the AC, the AD, the AMAM, the whatever.
The ADD.
This is a great one also on my website.
Beautiful. Okay, so can you please recommend the healthiest hair and shampoo and conditioners? I'll tell you one that I absolutely love is a brand called Bogavia. Catherine, I wonder if you might just put a link in. Alison, who is the creator of Bogavia, has literally hair down to her waist, and she has the thickest, most beautiful hair. It's beautiful, it's very clean, and it's a real treat for your hair. And another brand that I really like, and it's super duper clean, healthy. And the man, he's called Boris, who's behind the whole brand, worked in the hair industry, Kim. You may not know this. It's called Evolve H. And he worked in the hair business for 30 years of the main kind of drugstore and very high-end brands that we hear about in salons. And he literally pulled back the curtain. He's almost kind of like the whistleblower. And interestingly, Kim, what he said, and to all you ladies watching, he explained that a lot of these brands have so many products, like things like a hair shampoo for every kind of thing, including a clarifying shampoo that they say you need to use once a month. And he said the reason why they have to have a clarifying shampoo is because your hair gets coated with all the silicones and these unhealthy products that they put in, Kim, to make your hair look like sleek and shiny, that you get this huge buildup. So his line is sort of professional quality. It's called Evolve H. I wish I had it here to show you, but I don't. I didn't know we were going to do skincare and hair care, but it's really, really beautiful, and just will really, maybe Catherine will pop in a link for that. All right, Kimmy, any other questions that you've got, or are you up for any more?
I don't see them, so you just tell me.
All right, Kim, cracked heels.
Cracked heels. You know what I would just do? Put on a really great moisturizer and wear a pair of socks to go to bed, and it'll really help.
Right, and you could even do a coconut oil on your heels, but you
and then put the socks on. Because you get that all over your sheets. So that's what I do, and I do that with white cotton gloves with my hands as well.
Yeah, and good. We'll both do, let's just both say our pick. I'm going to do 1, 2, 3. I'm going to pose the question. Then I'm going to say 1, 2, 3, and we both have to, off the top of our head, yell out our favorite thing. All right, and I'll tell you what the question is. The question is, a good moisturizer for aging skin. 1, 2, 3. Essential.
Okay, there you go.
What did you say?
Mine was Retrove. What is
yours? Retrove, and mine is Essential, which in fact, Kim, you have to try Essential by Adele.
One, and I loved it, Sophie.
Yes. I did. And Essential, to that point, is Essential, her moisturizer for dry and aging skin. You can use on your face, your neck, your eyes, your ears, your arms, your legs, all over. And she's a parts model. So she really came to that conclusion. And she literally, Kim, she does all the hand close-ups and feet close-ups and everything. And so she created this product because she said, you don't need, she's very down to earth like you and lovely. And she just said, we just need one product. So that's a Centel. All right. So Kym, one for you. This is a difficult one. If you could use just one beauty treatment, what would it be?
Wow, that is a really good one, Sophie. You know what? This sounds so crazy, but I think it would be an under eye concealer. I really do. This one we talked about, or you mentioned with Elia. I also use these little pods by 100% Pure. And I'll tell you why. I put it under eyes. I put as a base and even a color for my eyelid. I use it as that thing that Sophie was saying, you know, to dot in here, to dot on your nose, put it right there. I use it a little bit as a highlighter. And I think if your eyes are bright, you guys, you kind of feel like you can face the world. What about you, Soph?
Kym, I think that is absolutely lovely. And I know you're such an under eye person because on set all the time I see everywhere I turn, Kym's got some kind of under eye thing going on.
What's yours, Lulu?
I think mine, if I could pick one beauty, it's not so much a treatment if we're talking about makeup, but one little kind of trick just to sort of brighten and make me feel gorgeous. It would be a sort of bronzer luminizer.
Yeah,
I just, you know, particularly as we're going into fall and winter, and this one I want to show you, and it's a brand that I haven't mentioned, but they really need to be mentioned. She does, because it's Jane Iredale, and Jane Iredale, I regard her to be almost like the Duchess of green beauty. She's British. She was doing green beauty 40 years ago. She sells in like 80 different countries across the world. She was the first one to come to the plate. And I have so much respect for her. She's just like one of my kind of mentors in the green beauty space and completely cruelty-free and everything else. But one product that I really love that she does is it's their bronzers. And what I love about them is, and this is not going to show so well in the light and the camera here, but this one is called Moon Glow. And I've loved this, Kym, for probably 10 years now. And all you do is you just, and her brushes are amazing and they're vegan friendly and everything else. And you just brush across it, all those different shades, just do that. And then just a little bit all over and immediately you're glowing. You just look like, and you feel like you're glowing. All right, couple more. Kym, good powder foundation. Any recommendations?
Good what foundation?
Powder.
Powder. Oh, now here's the interesting thing. I am not a powder gal, and I don't really suggest powder for over 40 skin. However, when we started today with Sophie and I came on and I did have TV makeup on and I was like, Sophie, oh my gosh, I look so shiny. So I tend to put a little bit of translucent powder on a good brush on these brushes that I mentioned. And I think if you just run it over your face, it goes a little more even. And I think it even got rid of that shine that I had right now. So very, very light translucent powder. And I think any translucent powder is fine. I completely and utterly agree. I think after a certain age, certainly after I turned 50, there is just what I would stop using those powder foundations because it makes it's just too much for your skin. Okay, so we're almost done now. Does red light therapy work for wrinkles? I love red light therapy. Have you ever tried it, Kym? I have, and I want to tell you, I do the whole body, and it actually was supposed to be really great. This is what I heard for your immune system after chemo and radiation. So, Sophie, I think you're 100% right.
I love it. And I think it can be, I do think there's a lot of science behind it, improving collagen in the skin. It's super, if you have, I have like a little, it's called Juvie, I think, Juvie. And it's a little system that a little light that you can have on your desk. It's about this big. And you can sit and it's very warming and it's lovely to meditate behind that. So that's wonderful. Okay, so, what's the name of the brushes? This brush is Jane Iredale. Jane Iredale. Oh, and Kym, sorry, I think they meant your brush.
Yes, no worries. Mine is Artis, ARTIS, and it's on my website.
All right, ladies. So I think we've now come to the end. Everybody's like, can we do this again? And I think we can absolutely do it again. It's been so much fun. And it's been an absolute joy, Kym, to just hang out with you, to spend this time with you, and just to even get, I mean, look, ladies, isn't she, all those little tips that Kym gives, I could just sit and listen to your beauty tips all night long, because you've been doing this for so long and just giving us all those little pointers and everything. So go hop along to Kym's website, because it's just launched and it is absolutely lovely. And some of these products you will find, and just go sign up for her newsletter, because you cannot not get Kym's emails, because they're going to be funny and lovely and lots of fun information. So make sure you do that. And it's just been absolutely lovely hanging out with you, Kym, and all of you lovely ladies.
I love it. And thank you, Sophie, for having me. And to all of your viewers, to all of your listeners, to all of your YouTube followers, for Sophie Uliana, I want to tell you something. And this is truly from my heart. I'm being 100% authentic. This is the real deal. She walks the walk. She talks the talk, and she really, really lives this way, you guys. I know. I see behind the curtain, and she is the true real deal. And I wouldn't tell you that if she wasn't. So when she tells you something, you know it's true, and you know she's researched it, and she is one of my favorite people on the planet. So I adore you, Sophie, and thank you for having me on.
Well, Kym, right back at you. You are somebody, you are a treasure in my life in every single way. And I'm just right back at you. You are a beautiful person inside and out. And you know, those of you in my community who know Kym, or those of you, you know, Kym is on Ellen, she's on, you know, TV all the time and everything. And often, and Kym and I both know this, is what you see is actually not what you get. It really truly isn't a lot of the time. It isn't, sadly. But with this one here, everything that you see with Kym, with her joy and her laughter and her fun and her kindness, is absolutely, you know, it's everything. And you're a treasure in my life. So I love you. And ladies, we'll do more. If you want more, let us know. We'll come back. We got it. We've got you covered. But do go check out Kymmy's website, because she's just launched it. So it's kind of exciting. And sign up for her newsletter, because Kym's never had a newsletter. So the exciting thing is, I've been saying for ages, Kym, you've got to have a newsletter. So she finally got one. So all of you, make sure you sign up for that. Kym, I love you, and I'll see you later.
Love you, Jalula, Sunshine, Lucky, and Joe.
I'm glad Sunshine doesn't like you anymore. She is pissed.
Sophie, curvy girl.